Yo, yo, how's it going, guys? How is everyone on this Thursday evening? Or Thursday morning, or even afternoon, wherever you are? I think we start off with doing some Battlegrounds. Still progressing through, trying to get to Legend early in the season. How is everyone else's road to Legend going in this new season? Doing well? On your way to work at the moment? The joys. Nearly the weekend. One day closer. Hello, Toe. How's it going? Welcome on in. How many bot matches can I get today? Had quite a few yesterday when I was doing BGs for a few hours. Can you get some advice? Sure you can. Shoot. One match, one lose. No way. Had quite a number of wins yesterday, but then quite a number of them were just bot matches, sadly. AFK farming while walking in. That is the way, isn't it? Going to work, and on the way, you're still AFK farming. That is some dedication there. See how the first batch goes, and hopefully this will be just win for win every single time. Is the golem build still valid, or do I need to tweak it? Depends on what you're on. All that lag. I use the skeleton build. I know some people use the mage build. I just prefer the skeletons for some reason. Always stuck with them. Can I get out of this and jump through? There. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, I got some lag on the gold computer tonight. How long will the 3080 still hold out for? Fear. Go. You started playing around a month ago and you're still far, or at least it feels like it. I'm currently stuck at 600 plus Paragon and combat rating around 40,000. I'm Inferno. Okay, right now currently grinding gears to increase my combat rating. Got no luck lately. It's just about keep grinding. You know, that is the game. It's in its base level. It's all about grinding when it comes to Diablo, right? Just pushing as quick as you can up to top level, and then pushing into. Helps if I don't hit the wrong button. And pushing into the top level stuff. You know. What you'll probably find difficult is getting to the point where you need secondary stats. A lot of new players find that they lack them in certain content. I don't know if you're already at the point of noticing that, even at 600 Paragon. And if you're playing Golem build, guys, this is all you have to do. sit on the idle as long as you can until you die. And if you can get away to heal yourself at any point in time, do it. Rip. Nice. Got to the end. Had a few kills as well, which is always good. Fairly easy battle. Stayed alive as long as I could most of the time. Oh, didn't get a fear on him. I've tried both and I still prefer skeletons because I like to be able to have that fear if I need skeletons as minions, if I actually get knocked out. So being able to throw a skeleton from range and still fear them is really handy sometimes when someone's chasing you, if you're not in your golem. Mages are still good. All personal preference, really. Silver Scrub, yeah, I know. Season's only just restarted though, so soon be back up to legend. What build would you suggest for my necro around Paragon 600? And what should I focus on more in terms of grinding? 600 Paragon. Have you tried? What are you using currently? Is probably the best question to ask. It all depends on what you're currently using. Are you using full summon build at the moment? Why not use mages and skellies? Oh, I suppose you could, but then you would lose out on possibly, you know, using one of the other skills, right? What would you have to sacrifice? You'd have to sacrifice probably bone armor. Well, yeah, you'd have to sacrifice either bone armor or your I can't even remember the name of that today, guys. Or your borrowed time. Screw borrowed time. I see some people doing that. There is probably some other builds you can use when it comes to using both skeletons and mages. You don't need it if you're running Brawler, that's true. I'm currently using Slayer, so... You can't sacrifice bone armor. Yeah, I know. Bone armor is a must. Hey bro, how are you? I'm very well, thanks. How are you? You can't wait till the next build. Builds are very few and far between at the moment because there's not much stuff going on. And that's why you haven't seen much kind of videos from me. The last 2 weeks I've been just getting the streaming done, doing my normal kind of job that I do as my everyday job. And I've been working on getting a massive necro gem guide. Which hopefully I should be able to post by this weekend. Which should give you guys a lot of information when it comes to what gems to use at what kind of spend level in what build, whether that be tank, whether that be PvP DPS, whether that be summon build for PvE or spin to win builds. It's going to have a lot of information in there, which I think are coming very handy for all of you. And then next month, we've got the new anniversary stuff coming. So, you know. So next month, we should have a lot of videos, hopefully. New gear, hopefully new builds. New class at some point. Looking forward for the video with credit card ready, lol. Visa can help you. What's everyone's opinion on the CC in this game? How are we all feeling about how much CC there currently is? And I know I'm talking about CC while I'm playing a Fear tank build. I want to get round to that other. Get the chance. Could you show the golem build? I'll do it once I finish this match. I'll show you what I'm using. I'm sure it can use some tweaks now. Monk dots are the worst. I just find that there's just so much CC in the game now. Sometimes you don't even know what's stunning you. It's just horrendous. You're currently using my build with Spectral Mage, Bone Armor, Vortex, Grimscythe, and Corpse Lance. Okay, so you're pretty much using the full spin to win build. That is a really good build. You just need to focus on the content that you can actually kind of not struggle with. And just, you know, when it comes to increasing your combat rating and getting to the next level, see if you can get into any sort of group that can boost you a little bit. So you can get that extra jump up in CR to the next sort of the threshold. I'll spawn and get CC'd without anyone around. Oh, mate, it's just awful, right? The CC has just become so much now that, you know, they really need to sort the diminishing returns out so we can actually have proper battles instead of it just being the CC fest we currently have. That guy, you can't even tell where he is sometimes. No problem. So it is difficult as a new player coming into a game that's been kind of established for the last 3 years, especially on a game that's so pay to win. And simply because the game has to have so many gates in it, you know, where you have to collect gems each week. You don't just kind of infinitely collect gems every single week until you can get to the same point as we are. There's no catch-up mechanic to normal gems, sadly. So you are kind of logged into still getting the same amount each week, just like we are. Oh, they actually managed to kill that guy as well. Back to the other side. The joys of being a tank. You're a more a summon player, but I love this tank build. It would be have to fun. It is a great fun build to like to play. Because you pretty much have to just sit there and be kind of the meat stick that people can just, you know, throw damage into, throw CC into, and stay on the idle as long as you can. One more thing in terms of gems, what should you focus? What should you get first? BSJ, Bottled Hope, or Roiling? A lot of people will say BSJ, but I will say BSJ or Roiling first. Yeah, you're catching up on gems by buying them. Gems are underestimated. Secondary gems, like when the game first come out, a lot of the new guys won't notice, but everyone was like, everyone must go mad on Reso. Everyone must go mad on Reso. That is the be-all and end-all of the game. And then everyone started to realize that secondaries are the main thing that you need. Even as a low Reso player, if you have a lot of secondaries, you can hold your own. Your clan leader's good. Usually our tank, when we do the new BG map, he's awesome at that. Oh, the new BG map is great as a tank. Colossus Engine is a great gem when you're a tank. The downside is it gets kind of very much the size increase you get from it in normal open world stuff. You just don't get in BGs. Sadly, you can't have a massive great size golem because that would just be awesome just stomping around. That's how they promote free to play. That is very true. The game is completely free to play though. There is obviously people out there that do just play completely free to play and have never paid a penny into the game. And as long as they've played for the last, I'd say, 12 months, they're probably, you know, absolutely fine going through the game. No problem whatsoever. You gotta think, if you're just joining the game, you know, your main focus shouldn't be PvP. Your main focus should be just constantly PvE, PvE, PvE until you get to a level where you know you can then go and do your PvP. The only thing you really should focus on when it comes to PvP once you get to top level, and I say top level even though the level increases all the time, is focusing on getting your rank to legend. Because once you get to legend, you get these. You get 10 legendary crests for free. And you're also going to be getting your reforged stones. So as a new player, you're going to need plenty of these. And obviously you're going to get a shitload of gems as well. And I say a shitload, 66 in one go is quite a lot. I just wish it would reset more frequently. Seasons that are 3 months long. Because when does this new season end then? The 28th of July. Just too long. They brag about how this win by low reso and don't mention level 8 gems that boost them 100%. You know, that's the advantage of people that have played for so long. You know, most of my gems are, I think you'll find like rank 7. I've got a few that are rank 8 now. Rank 7, rank 8, you know, rank 6 still. 6 and 7s. I got an 8 and a couple of 7s. Another 7. Oh, we got another 7. So yeah, most of mine are 7s now. And another 8 there as well. So I'm getting there with them. But it just gets to the point of level, when you got to get into level 10, it's going to cost you like 20,000 normal gems to get there. It's absolutely crazy. They could have been higher. I had a break for like 4 months when D4 came out. So I could have got them higher. And then I did slack when you could only get normal gems through... There was no Verge. You had to just do it through hidden layers. You finally got one Sapphire at level 8 and an Aqua at level 8. Took forever. Yeah, it just really does, doesn't it? It's just crazy, really. But it's a nice achievement when you get there to go, I finally got that gem to level 8. And I think that would be, you know, once you get to level 8 with your gems, it's going to be a long time until you see level 9. The jump in power is massive. It definitely is. But that's with any Diablo game, right? You get a point where, you know, there is a power creep. And I think the gems in this game, when it comes to normal gems, especially when it comes to the offensive gems, for like potency and for armor pen, there is that massive jump when you start getting to like level 7, 8, 9 gems. Gotta get away from here, because if not, I is dead. It's me down. It's me down. Can I get it? No. Rip. One daily there, and then weekly there's with diminishing turns on gems, and then finally we were where we are now. Hidden layers, man. Who even does them? They really need to update hidden layers, right, to do something else. The amount of times I used to forget hidden layers, you know, the amount of gems I missed out on that. One, maybe I couldn't be bothered, and two, just because I forgot. Where now you just have to sit there, do Verge, and just relax, really. Who's even on the other team? You just remember that hidden layers exist now. Yeah, exactly. It's just, we just don't think about them anymore. Hidden layers are just like that defunct part of the game where they just mean nothing now. Which is a shame. It's so good to see random fears from that new gem. Crimson just does so good in PvP. Can I get another win? Or is it going to be 2 wins and a loss for my daily, 3 dailies? The other thing I do want to get done tonight is my Verge. Because if not, I'm going to slack and forget it because I'm busy this weekend. Busy on Saturday. Sunday I'm not busy. I'm going to definitely be streaming Saturday evening, but... Sunday evening, sorry. Saturday I'm busy all day. I got a wedding to go to. Texas, how's it going, man? Am I going to get any backup? Is anyone going to come? No, we're alright though. Here they are. Now we've got to go to the other side anyway. I really wish they'd put the new map up more often now. I actually was able to play the new map for about 3 matches yesterday for the first time in the ages. And it was just so much more enjoyable to play than this. What is the build non-golem necros use in your area? They would just use probably the fear spin to win PvP build. It would be Wraithform, it would be Grimscythe, Corpse Lance. That normal fear spin to win build that I haven't used in a long time because I just love playing Golem. I'm not sure how many necros go in and play like a proper dot resolution build. And bone armor, that'd be the one. I know a lot of people used to use dot resolution build in it. But I don't think that's included in that build, right? It's been so many months since I played that build. It's a loss. Oh well, 2-1. I got 2 medals though. Doing my job as a tank. Game over. I'll do a couple more, I think, and then we'll do Verge, get Verge out of the way, and then maybe run some dungeons. Do have to do Terror Rifts at some point as well. Okay, you went to Twitch. You did that the other day though, Fexus. I always try to have both run on Twitch and YouTube. Some people just prefer Twitch, like you said the other day, you prefer to use Twitch. You use a different DBS build. Okay. Intrigued. Oh, you use the mages. I've seen that one being used as well. Just not very often. This looks like a bot match. I could be wrong. They were all just standing in the same spot in there then. Reaper mages are fun to use with Reaper gem as well. Yeah. You think Corpse Lance is inferior for PvP? The mages are really good, right? The new mages, the scattered light mages, are just so good. Oh man, shit, I forgot. I went into a next BG so quick. I'll show you the next time I leave. It shouldn't last too long. Shouldn't be too long because this is going to be an easy win. You've gone back to the Seder buff build, lol. I did notice you'd gone back to the Seder. Easy win. Necro with poison is good for PvP. What do you mean by necro with poisons? Do you mean like going in with gems that are kind of poisons, like vipers and seeping? Everlasting? Oh man, look at that. What a shit MVP. Yeah, low 1 kill win. This is what I'm currently using them on my PvP golem. I do want to make some changes to it, so we may see some changes in the future to this. And some of the gems that I'm using, really, I could change. I know I'm using, like, in here, instead of using my Roiling, I'm using the Spiteful Blood. What is the benefit from borrowed time? I just like using borrowed time. No problem, Prax. And that's what I want to look at. You use Seep and Ball still, but no 2 stars for PvP. Nice. You could probably get away with doing something with plenty of dots. It'd be an interesting build. I don't know how it would work. The trouble is, I think there's just so much CC in the game. Would any kind of minions you had in PvP, when they're not the untargetable minions, just get screwed over? Can the gems I wear right now work for summoners? Probably not. This is the gems I'm currently using are really just focusing on keeping me alive when it comes to, you know, tanking and keeping fear going and things like that. You know, you look at my gems at the moment, I've just got this one for a dot. You know, I've got a Vipers for another dot. And some of these I just want to test out other mixers. I've got Misery. I've got the new Crimson Bayonet, which I did get to rank 10. I've then got Cold Confidant, because that just becomes annoying sometimes. Why shared service? That could be changed, I reckon. Yeah, and that's, I do want to test out the mage build. I will get around to that. I just haven't had time to really look at it and get it all set up and proper play with what people are using, or even look into what people are using. I've seen a lot of people using the mages. Why, can I ask why you would use the gloom set? I just don't feel that you kind of get that much benefit from gloom, right? Who else uses gloom with golem? I've not, to be honest, I've not tested it out, so Jibs, how's it going, man? I'm doing very well, thank you. Great, man. Glad to catch a live stream. Thanks for tuning in, you know. I don't do them very often, a couple of times a week, which I'm going to try and stick to every week. Well, especially while I'm not getting any videos out at the moment, because there's just not much going on. Roll on the new update. This tank build now easy to play, need practice. I suppose you need to just get used to taking a shit ton of damage and being stunned forever, unless you're using mages. Then you're immune to a lot of it. I agree. That's what made me question that, Fexus, when someone said about Gloom set with our golem. I just don't think that necro benefits from a Gloom set. There's no point in focusing on it, personally. Really looking forward to the update. So am I. You know, I'm hoping we're going to get some interesting necro essences. And I'm hoping that we're going to get a chance to try them and get all them before the druid comes out. Yep, I agree with Fexus as well. We do not benefit from glooms at all, really, so we should be focusing on agments and mountbanks when it comes to most of our content. Agments is pretty much in all of our builds, apart from obviously a summons build. You wish no more nerfs to necro? I think we'll survive the next round. Doing my job. Gloom activates when you jump with Golem. I just don't see you getting much benefit out of it, to be fair. I thought the same, but I get like 10 kills most of the time in PvP. That's interesting. How often are you in Golem form then? When you're using a Scythe Helm, you know, are you sacrificing some other stuff? Like defensives when you're in a Golem? If you're on my Discord, drop the build on my necro part on the Discord for me. I'll have a look at it. I barely get 1 to 2 kills. Usually get the idle badge, so no need to kill. I'd agree with that. As a tank, your kind of focus isn't kills. You're focusing the the tactics of the match, right? You want to be able to push your team to victory, and as a tank, you want to be on that idle. Every moment you're alive, you want to be on that idle, or focusing on getting to that idle, so that people try and stop you and are not focusing on your teammates. Personally, did go for more resistance side for necro for PvP. I agree. I think playing the golem, if it's played the way I think it should be played, is it's just being there as a sponge, right? Be there as a sponge, fear everything you can every time it's on cooldown. Fear, stand on the idle. When you die, come back. If you manage to stay alive and you get a heal off, do it. Do I do AFK? Sometimes. Golem can tank without the tank set. You can use a new bone armor fix as well. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, if you're playing a DPS side of necro, no matter what content you're doing, whether that's PvP or PvE, you don't want to be using any topazes really. You just want to be stacking as much damage as you can when it comes to your potency, for your dot resolution builds, and for your armor pen for fortitude. Put as much damage out as you possibly can. That's gonna, offense is the best defense, as they say. Yes, of course. The thing is that necro is nerfed to the ground on damage at this point. I don't agree. Agreed. It doesn't use dot resolution. I've seen people using dot resolution in PvP though. Not as much recently, I suppose. It's a different start type of build, right? You not got that CC. The reason you'll see a lot of people using golems is because it's good for, maybe lower reso characters that have got average secondaries. Rip. How many times have I actually died this time? Yeah, it's not so bad. You have 4.5k necro, so don't see too many necro whales. There is a lot of them. Wow, didn't even get a heal. Yeah, we've got a lot of fair amount of necro whales on this. Oh, can we push this side? In the last 30. Ha! We got the other. GG. $6.9k pen, 6.8 pot. That's pretty good. Definitely more than me. Puddin says, give the Dark Curse a try. It follows you pretty nasty with Mocking Laughter and Chip. Mocking Chip gives Chip loss of control. Curse gives Dot while they stand still. Man, I haven't seen someone playing Dark Curse Necro in PvP for months. Let's do a few dungeons, I think. Do my 3 dungeons for the day. Get Verge done. Cannot use a keyboard today, guys. I've used a keyboard all day long. Most whales here play Tempest and Monk. Yeah. You're going to swap to Seda for 1 day to get G6 done? I'm not worried about doing that. It's only a pull. Done G5. As long as I got the cosmetic. You need 4 Satyrs for the last boss? Yeah, I can imagine. I did go in with a load of whales as soon as we got over to 800. And yeah, we got to the last boss and just absolutely destroyed. What is Photographs? What's that 1-star gem? It stops people in their dash when you crit them, right? Is that the one? I've actually put that into my guide for PvP. I think that's a very interesting gem, for, especially for people that have got maybe lower reso and they want to use like 1 and 2-star gems. So I actually included it, I think, as a B tier gem, I think. Hello, officially back on playing while watching on phone. Lol. Welcome back, Sam. Oh, it's a 1-star. Yeah, it's a 1-star gem, but starts dash and crits, like Laura said. Yeah, I think it's a really good, quite a good 1-star gem. I've done some BGs. I had someone asking me if I want to do some dungeons, so I thought I'd do some dungeons. I try and get at least my 3 done every day, and when it's the new season, I try and get like between 6 and 10 done a day. Yeah, Fex is here. He's a 5-star Andy. He only needs 5 stars. Visa is his friend. Yeah, I always have to reset. I do always try and push more than what I would do when once I get to legend. I've nearly at gold, so I'm getting there. Oh, the American Express guy, lol. You tried the new 2-star gem and it actually did worse than the PvP. Yeah, I'm not surprised though when it comes to you having all of the 5 stars, right? As a 2-star goes though, the new Crimson is I would definitely call it a S tier 2-star gem for PvP. That's right, Visa's your friend. Great way to enjoy your day off work, laundry and Diablo. Sounds like a really good day. Does anyone want to be friends with Visa? I'd love to be friends with Visa. As long as the money they give me is completely free, non-repayable, you know, I don't have to ever give it back, and there's you know, that means no interest, obviously. Oh, that's the best type of Visa friend, I think. Does Blizzard accept the pay later thing from Avil? I have no idea, man. I don't even think that's available over where I am. That would be bad though, right? Imagine people using that. They would get in so much debt. That would definitely become very, very dangerous. Random. Butcher. Dangerous is the right word. It would be. No, they not. And they don't like Amex because how easy to refund? Yeah. You got a ×3 chest in game in each Namri room. Christ. Did you see that high CR item I got earlier I put on Discord? Look at this. 2517. It's just a shame it was only 4. All bullshit, but you got free, lol. Yeah, that's the main thing. You still got free. Doesn't matter if they're bullshit. Oh man, I know where from. But the one I got was actually from doing Vanguard. I haven't done any crafting with the new stuff for ages. Also, has become a true AFK farmer, guys. There is no stopping Osso when it comes to AFK farming. He loves a necromancer now. True slacker. Well, welcome to the necro world, buddy. He was only going to play it for a little time, I think, and then he just can't stop. What did everyone think to the Druid video from the Azen? What did everyone see it? That's a start question I should ask, really. Kind of hate it, but you loved our AFK farm. It's not slacking, it's called relaxed gaming. Putting that is perfect. That's what, if I ever do the AFK video, we're going to call it relaxed farming. We got a new guide today, guys. It's called the relaxed farm and AFK build. Top 5 relaxed farming.
Luca super chatted £1.66. Summon a guide.
Summon guide will be coming soon. Thanks for the super chat. I have got some reforged stones now, so I can definitely look at doing my reforges over the next few days and getting a summons guide out hopefully soon. Is Holes using the same build? Probably using the same build, yeah. I was going to say before we had the super chat there from Not Luca. You could literally do a video, it'd be like the top 5 things you can do while relaxed farming. Reforger's guide. I think I've got a Reforger's guide. Sleeping. Top 5 things you can do while relaxed farming. Top 1, sleep. Maybe I should do that as a real troll video to AFK farming. I'm sure there is on my channel. There definitely is a Reforge video, 100%. Cooking is in the top 5. 100% cooking would have to be in the top 5. But why do I do it in the Shovel Winds? Because literally in the Shovel Winds, you can stand in that area and then 10 steps away, there is a hand in for your bestiary. You could... We'd have to change that though, Puddin'. The top one would now not be sleeping. It would be top 5 things you can do for relaxed farming. Go on holiday is number 1. Number 2, sleeping. Number 3, cooking. You've been farming AFK 24/7. I think a lot of people have though, right? You know, I do it. I say a fair amount. Weekend away build. 4 running the errands. Yep. Anyway, under 18 here. Yeah, we have to be careful what we say, but we all know what you're thinking also. We all know where you're going with it also. We don't need to be told. You would say that's number 1. Necro is the farming king. I wonder if it will still hold that once a druid is out, depending on what the druid is going to be like. Biggest question will be, will the druid have summons? Or will the druid be will the druid shapeshift? Paragon 846 right now, nice. Slack affects us. While AFK farming still go good guys, you know, make the most of it, because if they ever do nerf it in any way, you know, people will regret that they didn't take advantage. Summoner is back, it's powerful, hit 1.5 billion damage in a dungeon. Nice. Oh, sorry, in Helicoid 5. Even better, 1.5 billion damage. What build was you using? Take it that was like... Let's have a figure out what build you was using. It's going to be Black Wall Mages. Perma Golem. With 4-piece bone armor affix, maybe? And Skellies. What Skellies would you have been using? Unless you went, instead of Skellies, did you go with Grimscythe? Aha, rep, explosive. The druid looks to shapeshift or have animals. Yeah, that's what made me say, is it going to be a shapeshift or is it going to have kind of summons of animals, you know? It was hard to tell from that video. I'm guessing shapeshift because that was what a druid is, but who knows? A healer in the game would be... That would definitely mix up the meta, right? Having a healer suddenly in the game. Hopefully druid can AFK. It could AFK, you just have to be with a necro. But then you still don't get the full advantage of it, right? The only way you get the full advantage of AFK farming is being a necro. Scattered light, right? Vexus, is that scattered light mages? I'm presuming it is that build, right? Is that using DD in the helm as a Death Disseminate as well, yeah? Yeah. That build is amazing. I think even I can, even at my level of Rezo and secondaries, I think I can pull about 13. You know, it's definitely the 11 to 13 million range per second. Yeah. That's the thing with PvE, isn't it? You know, you should be able to, as long as you're in chance, your reforges are on point, you're going to be able to smash the damage. And I've always said in this game, and I don't know if any of you agree on here, we get asked a lot in Discord, especially kind of the original Discord for DI. We get asked a lot, what should people do when it comes to pump and PvE damage? And should they focus on like PvP or should they focus on PvE? We always tell them don't try and be a kind of a master of both. Definitely focus on one thing. If you want to become a master, definitely if you're not going to plan on spending in the game big time, become a master of PvE. You know, blast the damage so you can have a lot of fun in the PvE content in the game. And then when it comes to the PvP, just do enough for what you need to do to get it done. Still enjoy it, but there's no point in being a half good at both things when you could be a master at one. Hey Daniel, how's it going? Welcome on in. Yep, don't as a player who's been a necro 1 hour of game use the summon gems. If it lets me stay on the actual elevator, they'll lock you into summon side of free to play low spender. You switch to side build. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Lucky, you're new to the game. Welcome to the game. How you doing? How long have you been playing the game? What class did you pick? Oh, welcome to hell. It literally, you're not wrong there though. You picked Necro, of course. That's what I expected the answer to be. That's a good pick. How long have you been playing though? Is it very recent, or you you've been playing a little while? How new are we talking? I hope your name helps in game. I'd agree. You know, having a game like Mr. Lucky, you've been playing 2 days. How are you finding it 2 days in as a brand new player to the game? I always buy the empowered battle pass. I don't know why. I just do. Always have done. It's been great, actually. I'm glad you're enjoying it. That's good to hear from a new player they're enjoying the game. I think as a new player, when you first join a game like Diablo, any Diablo game, it's always going to be fun to start with until you kind of get to the point, and this is not to put you off the game. It's it will become a point where you hit a wall and you have to get past that, and there will be a lot of questions you have about how to get past that. Evening, Laura. How are you doing? I'm doing very well. How about yourself? It doesn't scare you? That's good. Sam, you are at that wall right now. We was just talking about that, yeah. And that wall can be frustrating. That's why you're spending some money on the game. Don't get too wrapped up in spending money on like resto or rezo. You just don't need it. The main thing you want to focus on is your secondary stats, because that's where you will find you'll hit a wall. Great, mate. Assembled a team of 5k Rezo whales for G5 and couldn't do it. They said we needed bigger whales. Was surprised how challenging G5 is. It's just them last couple of bosses. Those are really big damage numbers, damn. Yeah, this is like end game challenge dungeons though, where I've been playing for 3 years on one class, so. Gamer Anonymous, don't spend much at first anyways, just get as far as you can, then rely on hard work to get you stronger. I agree. The main thing is it's going to be the secondary, the gems, right? The gems and upgrading your normal gems is the one that's going to be the holdback, because there is that there's no catch-up mechanic for them. Currently rocking the Thunder build on those bounties. How are you finding the Thunder build? Is it doing you well? The last G5 boss was the hang up. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Nope, it's not that difficult once you have a couple of strong people. I think we had, in my group that did it, we had a couple of probably like 10Ks. The thing is, I don't know what build to do right now. It's summoner build or something like yours, but it's not as powerful. What level are you currently? One really strong person and one strong person can really, can pretty much carry it. Yeah, 100%. We got stunned. Rip. Sit here now, waiting for this stun to wear off. It's fun, lightning everywhere. After this, I'll double check my stats. I'm in Discord, I'll post a pic and we'll see. Do it. You're level 60, Paragon 45. The best thing you can do is just keep going. When it comes to your build, you'll figure that out. You know, summons are good early on, but then as you get further on, you most probably want to kind of move towards more of a build that uses some of the skills that I'm using now. But you'll find the gear won't unlock for the skills that I'm using, or for the abilities that I've got, until a higher difficulty. Paragon 699, one more. Thank God for this patch. Have I shortened my beard? No. I have not shortened the beard, but I do have a bead in it. I've been playing around with beads for my beard. You like the beardless pick? That was a scary pick, man. Mr. Lucky, are you in pools? That's a good question. What server are you on? Yeah, I'm going to a wedding on Saturday also. And I want my beard to look cool, so I was like, man, let's try some beads, you know, and I got a couple of beads that I found with my it's just because I've got it pinned up, you know. But I can't get a bead that's big enough to go around this bit, which I've got just a little band round at the moment, which is probably why it seems shorter. Dave J, hello, first timer here, welcome in. Nice to have you. You're on Throne of Destruction, you think? That's a fairly good, it's got a fairly good cluster. Viking, exactly. Cock ring. Nah, I don't want to buy a cock ring from a beard, man. Using your AFK farm build as we speak. Loving it. Need killer DPS build. You have one. There's quite a few. There's tons of builds on my channel. You know, I've done over the last 6 months. To the point where I've just got nothing to put out at the moment. What level are you? I take it because you're using my AFK farm build. You're definitely like end game content, right? 840. Okay, so you're definitely end game then. So when it comes to killer DPS builds, what sort of content you want the killer DPS build for? You know, when it comes to doing dungeons and overworld farming, there's definitely 2 builds that are very good on my channel that are fairly recent. When it comes to the raid build, there is also 2 on my channel. I think that are still fairly good, that you can still go ahead and use, and that do absolutely amazing DPS. But then it all depends on your secondary stats, as well as your reforges, as well as your enchants, how much damage you're actually going to put out, because them things matter. What gear level are you when it comes to your main gear level here? Are you got level 30s? $29, good. Is that on all pieces? Perfect. So you've got to the point where you've unlocked the max reforges, so that's really good. When it comes to reforges for PvE content, I would recommend, if you're going for a build like this, then you definitely want to be going for, as long as I got the right reforge selected, yeah, I have this sort of thing here. And then your family bonus is going to be your vengeance bonus. Really good. And then when it comes to your reforges, trying to get as much crit hit chances, or your enchant, sorry, trying to get as much crit hit chance as you can is going to, escalate your damage so much. Is that the same for your fast farming build? My fast farming build is one of my first videos I put out. That actually hit 60,000 views the other day. Absolutely incredible. Still viable. I put out an updated video for it the other week, about 2 weeks ago. You saw that video, love it. It's done so well. I had to replace it though because there was a few changes, and it was an AI voice video, I believe. I'm sure it was. Okay, basically looking for a DPS PvP build. My PvE is staying at 4 million a second. Sweet. So when it comes to DPS necros in PvP, what is your current kind of gem situation when it comes to reso? We get an idea of where you're sitting with what sort of gems you've got then, to give you an idea of the build you should be really looking towards. Because PvP DPS necros, when you're lower reso, a 3-4. Okay, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. "30 years of age, recently turned 30 last April." I'm turning 40 next year, the big 40, guys. Seems crazy to say that. Takes you back to Diablo 2, the rework, if you'll remember back when it played on console, yeah. You think the secondary res is 3k-ish? I'm pretty sure there is a build when it comes to my channel on there when it comes to PvP DPS. Yeah, PvP DPS. It's an older one though. I don't think there's much change when it comes to that build, simply because the meta hasn't changed much when it comes to the DPS for PvP. Right now, you're focusing on PvE, and so you should, Mr. Lucky. 2 deaths in 1 dungeon. Man. What even is this game? This is the first day I've played it, guys. We just get in this dungeon tonight. We've had this one so many times. Gauntlet again. Even also complaining. Rip. Weak necro. I hope that druid class going to be fire, but will never change from necro. I'm definitely going to play druid when it comes out. That'll be my first class change ever. What even killed me? I was not even near that lava. So Laura has builds, beautifully fits both sets, free to play, no spend. Did you see that? It was nowhere near me. I moved away from it and it still killed me. The invisible goblin? Probably. That's all wings and slots. Man, I so hope they reduce the reso needed for wing slots at some point this year. That would be amazing. Nah, it didn't happen, mate. It didn't happen. Hold up a second. Is that 3 gauntlets in a row? It's the red lines. They've had them buffed, really? They hit you for 1.2 million on normal. What the fuck? Hey, Laura, can you say me what build I must use for DPS raids and dungeons? 2 different builds were there, really. The dungeon one, you should definitely use the one I'm currently using. And then there's a raid build that is on my channel, which is using the Scad Mages and using Death's Disseminates. The floor is evil. Does anyone see what the point in this part is? Really seems fucking pointless. Okay, thank you so much. You're the best. Love and keep going. No worries. Glad you've been enjoying. It's definitely been an epic journey so far. Your primaries are 28. As long as all your gear is above level 26, then you should have access to all the reforge slots, which you should be good. You guys not noticed? Looked at the health of red mobs, 5 million on some maps. Look at them. Don't forget each week we increase. We all still make. Yeah. Yeah. I did notice that nothing's really been said yet about whether we're going to get a Paragon reset. Minor objectives complete. You'll be on the Discord. I think we're off to do some Namari or Namri, however you want to pronounce it.
Together we will do what must be done.
Paragon reset. Why? They do it probably once a year just so nothing gets out of control. Makes it easier for people catching up. Is that the regular Vortex build you're using with Golem? Yes, pretty much. The build that I'm currently using is this one. It's an ominous black screen going into the dungeon. Definitely just a black screen. Oh, so it's not just me then also. RIP. Literally a refresh of everything with new market changes. I don't know how I feel about the market yet. It's going to be interesting to see. You had to exit the game? Oh, well, it looks like we're exiting a game. Let's see how long it takes to load with the stream on. I find just on PC, the game sometimes just hangs when it's loading. I don't know if anyone else that plays on PC finds that, or is it just me? You posted some stats on the Discord. I'll check it out in a little while for you, Sam. No problem. It actually happened to you today. Yeah, just look, it just hangs. It does this even when I'm not streaming, so this is not unusual. If merge markets, then just makes markets bigger, but the same issue, just with more. Yeah, agreed. What is hanging? I'll have a look at Discord. Let's have a gander. Oh, it's doing something. Oh, I see Alexandro has actually put on there the DPS Golem build. I'll have a look at that for sure. I will have a look at Discord. I didn't get to get into that channel, but I will have a look at your stuff on there, Sam. Not a problem at all, mate. We're back. We're back going though. A reset word. Didn't take too long. Blast some Namari out. Yeah, snap on there with all the attributes and everything. That'd be great. General question also has Ereban or Verge. What do you guys prefer? I would say personally, if I'm in a group, I'll do Verge. If I'm solo, I'll do Ereban. Rhino does not cut it. It's just a meme, sadly. Rhino is cool. And if they increased certain things on it and they actually made it so the primary is not turned off, then yeah, that would be better. Two plus person verse solo airbound. Yeah, I'd agree. That is definitely how I would normally play it. If I'm in a group, definitely Verge, solo, airbound. Every single time. Ereban, yeah, Ereban is great for XP. That's for sure. Verge 2k, leave, rinse, and repeat in a group. Yep. Solo, Ereban, aim for fast moving level 5 to 6 runs. Easy. They're actually talking about the same thing in my clan chat. Quite interesting. Seeing what people say about Ereban. Personally, if you have a decent clan, leave daily gems for times 3 days and hit towers for full 36 in about 2 hours. Or if you're a necro, just AFK permanently and you'll always have all your gems. Lololo. No problem. Only big problem. Hardly ever get big problem in the S class anymore. I used to love doing big problem S class.
Well done, champion. I am activating the gate.
Best fix they ever did. Yeah, I agree. If anyone leaves, then we'll get you in, man. It's just great. Big problem is one of the best fixes I've added, but I do like it mixed with all the elites. S class is just such a cooler fix. I hope they add more fixes in. I want to see some new ones in patches, you know. Did I get anything good? I think a lot of people will answer that. I think I did all right, guys? What area of the UK you're in? My painter at work is from Liverpool. I'm on the East Coast in Norfolk. The blood pool is horrible. I agree, Pun. The skill use one is painful. Yes, sacrificial power is pretty bad. Not as bad as it used to be though. I just want to see some new ones. Like, how about this? You go into a dungeon and it's you get a chance of it being Greed's Realm like you get from Diablo 3, and it's just a shitload of goblins. You live near Norfolk in Virginia, the US. Nice. You posted a few on there. We'll have a look at. I'll have a look in a little while once we're done streaming. I'll have a look and then see what I say. I'll message you on Discord for sure. You're in Cali. Nice. I think most of my watchers, when I look at my analytics on my videos, most people are from the US. The bigger percentage anyway. You're originally from Pennsylvania? Born and raised and moved to California. Nice. Where do you prefer? Where you are now or where you was born? A black hole or room full of butchers. That would be awful. A room full of butchers. That'd be scary as fuck, man. There's your healer druid, lol. Yeah, 100% you'd need a healer druid with a room full of fucking butchers. Also, is originally from Transylvania. Catch you later, Daniel. Talking of random butchers. Just purple portals popping off butchers, not goblins. Shit, man. In terms of weather, you prefer Cali. It's not as cold during the winter, but then again, it's hot in the summer. I see. Yeah, it makes sense. Living in the UK is just like you can experience all type of weathers in one day. It can be summer, then it can suddenly be like freezing cold, and then you can suddenly have like a spring rain or autumn windstorm. It's just the weather here is just nuts. But in saying that, recently, like, my area hasn't seen proper rain for months. It's just been dry constantly. Sacrificial power. Blech. Your manager is moving to Europe? What part of Europe is he moving to? To Germany. Nice. Germany's nice. You called it. Yeah, it's gonna piss down every day now also. Just for you while you're at work, mate. Enjoy driving in the rain. You don't like the German language? Why? Exactly, Puddin'. The weather here is just... You just don't know what to do ever. You've only visited Amsterdam on your way to Kilimanjaro in Africa. That was one hell of a trip. It was fun though. I don't think I've never been to Amsterdam and stayed there. I've been through kind of that area of Holland. 90, no thank you. Thanks, Laura. You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. The other year, was it like the UK hit 40 degrees and it was just like unbearable. No aircon in most houses in the UK, and having 40-degree weather is just terrible. You learn a lot from my European gamers. I suppose that's a good thing about being a gamer, right? You get to speak to everyone from all around the world, right? I'm a true friend. I know I do try, mate. You know, over the years that I've been playing games, which has been, I suppose I'm probably playing games for a good 20-25 years. I've met people from all over, and even met some of them in real life, and it's just really good. 40 degrees Celsius is what we had like last year or the year before. It was nuts. Not even sure what that is in Fahrenheit. Was it like 100 is like 37 Fahrenheit, right? 36.7 Fahrenheit, Celsius is 100 Fahrenheit. Something like that. If the UK is 30 plus, we panic, lol. If we get an inch of snow, It's 104 Fahrenheit. Yeah. The snow, it was just 1 inch of snow, mate. It's not even an inch of snow. It's just like the smallest dusting of snow and the country is screwed. You melt at 75. The trouble is when it hit like that 40 degrees Celsius or 104 Fahrenheit, it was just crazy because like I don't have air conditioning. Most houses in the UK just don't have it. So you can imagine what it was like. And in new builds over here, they pack the insulation so much that, you know, 40 degrees, your house just ends up like a furnace. We get crazy weather here in the US, Boston especially, 13 to 14. I'd love to see that amount of snow, but the UK would not cope. One snowman and the country has a bank holiday. It's literally like that, though. I don't think I've ever seen or been anywhere that's had that much snow. That's definitely one thing I want to do, is go to a country during the winter where they have like shit tons of snow. So I love snow. I love really good storms as well. You know, thunderstorms. I think they're great. Can't beat a good storm. You got a friend from Canada, and yeah, we've literally got someone in our warband there in Norway, and like the amount of snow they get, and we see it throughout the winter, is just absolutely insane. The snow's like 9 foot high, crazy as fuck. It's just nuts, right? How countries like that can cope because they're used to it, but the UK just gets this much snow ruined. Let's plan a visit to see him this winter. Can you imagine us just randomly stomping up to his door? Just be like, yo, not even telling him. You remember the blizzard in 95 in New York? You believe you had 10 foot of snow? That's crazy, right? Imagine like a city like New York getting that amount of snow is just... It's amazing that they cope so well. I'm surprised that they are used to it because they get the polar vortex come down quite a lot, right? Where here we don't. The jet stream saves us quite a lot, but then when we do get it, we just get screwed. We've been playing with each other for 2.5 years, so why not? Just sneak over and just be like, yo man, you got somewhere for us to stay? $10 snow, yeah, I can't believe that, but you get used to it. Yeah, exactly. If you have it every year, like the UK, we get a lot of snow, and I say a lot of snow, maybe like a foot of snow, maybe, right? Once every maybe 5 to 10 years that happens, when we get like the beast from the east coming over from Siberia. But we just don't have the infrastructure that just can't cope with it when we do get it. You'd love to open a door and just be stuck with snow, get the blowtorch. Man, that'd be so incredible, wouldn't it? To just open your door one day and you just be like, you can't do it because the snow is that high. The only downside to the weather when I used to work and had to go out to work instead of working from home. I know I don't drive, so I used to just bike everywhere, push bike everywhere. So, and luckily I only live in a small town, but it would be in every single type of weather: rain, wind, snow, you know, you name it, I would bike in it. Being there with snow that high in Minnesota, 12-foot drifts taller than your house sometimes. That's just nuts. I just can't comprehend what that would look like here in the UK. I know I've seen it in pictures and stuff, and that would just be how much damage that would do to our infrastructure, and just the country would come to a complete standstill. Shops would run out of bread and toilet rolls. Yeah, back in the day, people would do that. 100% they would. And in Minnesota school would only be 2 hours late. Over here, you get snow days in school when there's an inch of snow on the ground because the kids can't get there because the parents can't drive their kids to school because there's too much snow. Toilet rolls. Remember COVID times. Exactly my point, also. In 8, yeah, I've heard of all that. My old man, he tells me, like, when he was a kid growing up, the winters were a lot harsh compared to what they are now. He remembers, you know, massive snow drifts every time in our town, every year. And now we're lucky if we even get snow every year. Now in Portland, we get an inch and everything closes. Really, that's interesting to see that in the same kind of, you know, the same, obviously, same country, you know, United States, that it's so different between different states. Same in, there you go, Washington State as well, Western Washington State. You get dusting. Yep, we know that feeling here in the UK. And broken limbs. It's just different though when you're kids, right? When you're kids, you don't really think about the danger. Remember hydroplane, that's dangerous, isn't it? You know, while driving. You know, I don't drive. I've never experienced that while driving, so... but yeah, I've been in as a passenger when someone's gone and your car's hydroplaned. It isn't a nice experience. I think the trouble with a lot of countries, and I know especially the UK, when it comes to, you know, bad weather, people just don't know how to drive in it. We have gritters. We don't just have gritters, mate. We have named gritters. The OG ice captains. The trouble is with gritters is they only grit the big roads, right? Around my town, literally, like on my little estate that I live on, nothing gets gritted. The main road just down the road doesn't get gritted. You had to look up what a gritter is, lol. What would you call that sort of thing over in the States then? Do you not have like gritters? Or do you just have lorries that just plow all the snow away? It was awful when I used to bike everywhere, you know, for work. You go past in the early hours of the morning, and you know, a gritter would be out and just you'd get doused by salt. It'd be awful. Road, okay, plow trucks and road grader, okay. They just need to make heated roads everywhere, guys. You have plows that salt and push the snow off. Our gritters go around with plows on sometimes, depending on what part of the country you're on. Yeah, exactly, Puddin. They only need the plows on the smaller country roads, right, where they get the big drifts that sit in the small roads. No, and they want electric charge stations here, which have no infrastructure for now. He says heated roads. Now, I'm sure I see. Let me just have a look. There was a post I see the other week that said one country is trialing heated roads. Heated roads. Let's go news. Yeah, it's in Japan. They're actually going to have heated roads. They have plastic roads in China the same. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Imagine the electric bill for heated roads. Well, it wouldn't be that bad though, really, would it? Because, you know, look at a country. There's a country out there that's got, I think it was like Korea, that down like the highways or the main motorways in the country, they have in the middle, they actually have solar panels that actually are raised above the middle of the highway. And in that section underneath, you've got a kind of a bicycle lane, so that bikes can go underneath that and be safe. And then they can just use the power that's from the solar panels to heat the road if they do something like that. It would actually be cost effective. It wouldn't actually cost the country anything other than to install and look after the solar panels. What game is this? It's Diablo Immortal. E. Moran, hello, welcome in. Isn't that game pay to win? Only if you pay. You can still win without paying. Just takes you a little bit longer. Can you wish my brother Nick a happy birthday? Happy birthday to Savage's brother Nick. How old is your brother going to be? Torchlight 3. That's a game I haven't heard of for a while. Torchlight. Am I going to be lucky, guys? Will I be lucky? Throwing a 10 into this. What am I going to get? Don't steal yours, also. I'm going to steal it, mate. It's going to be stolen. Now, I bet you I'll get all 1-stars, guys. This is ice. Dead end. Also is going to get... Also is going to get 2 5-stars. Why am I playing this game over Diablo 2 or Diablo 4? Because there's more content in this game than there is Diablo 4. And I've not played Diablo 2. I was a Diablo 3 player. I've got Diablo 4. Just don't play it. 1 times white gloom. Not ever lucky, guys. Just got back from the gym. Glad you're still streaming. Yeah, I'm still here. I may even have another 10 if we're doing another row. What about PoE? I played a lot of PoE 1. I'm definitely looking forward to number 2 coming out as an official release. I did play a bit of PoE 2 when it was first came out on the beta, but I haven't played it since. I hear good things. Diablo 4 is a filler season to Diablo Immortal. Fuck it, let's do another 10. Will I be lucky this time round? No. Oh well, at least I got some gem power from it. The Osso curse. Are you doing any more, Osso? Immortal takes place after D2 resurrected before D3, I think. I think you're probably right. It's somewhere in that timeline.
I need a corpse for that. I am renewed.
Akuma sounds like a pretty familiar clan. It's been around for quite some time. I only joined again back in... I joined back in January, I think it was. I used to be on another server with Osso as well. And I was in Entropy there. And Osso was in another clan. And we said that we wanted to change server. And we then joined together into Akuma. Because we knew people from Akuma anyway. I never count. I never count their pudding. I just do. And then when it happens, it happens. It just feels better that way. No need to worry about kind of counting. Who cares? Who stresses? If it hits 50, you get a pity spot. Yeah, every single time. But I've never been on any of those servers. You may, look who's here. Look who's here. Adderall. Puddin', I can see you. How many times can you swap servers? You can swap whenever you want. The first time's free and then it costs. So guys, the only thing I need to think about doing for Sunday stream, then I might say Verge for Sunday stream. Just so we got a bit of a chill vibe like we're going, like we'd always do, you know, chill, chatting, doing Verge. I'll probably got to get some Terror Rifts done at some point this week because I haven't done any. How many actually essences have I got now when it comes to Terror Essences? 78. So we've got quite a few. Got 86 of Reforged Stones, so I should be able to get my Reforges done when it comes to the Summoner build as well, hopefully. If I roll good rolls. I always rinse through my Reforged Stones very, very quickly. You've got the day off on Sunday as well. Nice. Well, I'm busy all day Saturday, so Sunday is definitely going to be a bit more of a chill day. I'll probably do a bit of work on, you know, some stuff for YouTube to start with in the day, and then I'll have a bit of a chill time with the missus, and then definitely be streaming again in the evening. So probably a similar sort of time as I went live today, between 9 and half 9. Around about that sort of time is good UK time. And then we'll just have a bit of a chill time like we've done today, chatting about the game. I think it's great. You know, we can all have this conversation about the game we like playing. So it's exactly my plan, but is to save as many of them as possible for Druid. I'm also starting to save these up because I haven't had a lot of these for ages. The other thing I've been doing, which I want to just show you guys, I'll give you a little bit of a off topic. Yeah, go for it. What's the off topic? Did that load? No, it did not. That's better. What do I think about the Switch 2? Probably overpriced. How do you feel about the Switch 2? I haven't played my Switch in ages. I've got like that Switch sitting behind me, which is the OG release day Switch. And then I have the OLED one as well, which I've not turned on in months. So there's just no point in me buying the new Switch because I just don't play enough. Although the power of the new Switch sounds really interesting. Because apparently it's like going to be 4K while on the dock, right? I think it's going to be like cost-wise, £359. What is the release date? Oh, got to adjust. That's better. Skip for you. I heard you don't even own it when you buy it because they can shut you down whenever they want. Really? How's that? Oh, it's June 5th. So that is literally like a couple of weeks away, right? Literally 2 weeks. Oh, if you mod it. Yeah. But that's why you get one of those switches. Because those switches behind me, you can mod. And that's why I kept the OG Switch. But if I ever decide to sell it, you can mod it and it's fine. Use Xbox One S pad for Diablo Immortal, lol. A bit better for PvP. Man, keyboard mouse every time. Keyboard mouse every time. Anyway, guys, this is what I've been doing. I use Canva. Always liked Canva. So I've been playing around with setting up this guide for you. Basically, it's going to be talking about all of this. Let me zoom out a little bit so we can see that better. That's probably better. So we're going to be covering everything in this guide when I do put it out. All of the 1 stars that you can use for for necromancers, 2 stars, 5 stars. Going to be going over all of the different spend levels. When it comes to the different levels, I think it's kind of fitting in nicely there. 0 to 1500, 1501 to 3000 and so on. Right up to whale and kraken level. And then I'm going to go over the spin to win PvP build and PvE build. And then I've kind of done them like this. And included some other gems in here, very kind of low down that people can use when they're just new to the game. Or if they're low spenders. The same with the 2 stars. The same with the 5 stars. And I'm now working on doing options for the spin to win build that you can swap out with some of these. Because when it comes to the spin to win PvP build, you know, you want to be adding in there some other gems. A lot of the time you will just be using the ones that kind of are in the build anyway. But you'll just be using Proximal Fear. 12k resto wings are massive. Imagine what they're going to be like when you get to like 16k reso. And my next stage of this, because I've just been deciding on how I wanted to kind of pace it out. And I think I kind of like this now. And obviously I'm now going to be doing, that is going to be something I scrap because I don't need that anymore. But I might actually just put in here the best gems you could possibly use. You've seen a 13k reso with 51.8k CR, lol. That's incredible. That's got to be the highest I've heard of. And now I'm going to be doing summons. And hopefully this is going to be the end kind of page that kind of breaks it all down for everyone. So I've still got a bit of work to do over the next couple of days and hopefully get this out for Sunday. But if not, it'll be early next week by the time I finish it. But the closer we get to the patch, we'll have new gems that go into this eventually as well. And I can kind of link them all into it. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what I've been doing. So although I haven't put out videos, I have been working on a nice new gem guide that we can use going forward into the future to hopefully kind of give people ideas on what they should be looking at. Anyway, guys, I think that is me done. I think it's time for bed. Definitely midnight. Work again tomorrow, but at least it's Friday. Weekend is nearly here. There's no way there's someone with 52k CR. There probably is. I don't know what the highest is on like leaderboards here. Let's have a quick gander before I go off. 49. But that's only in necro, right? What do we think the highest is in? Tempest, maybe? 49. Check out the Discord this afternoon. I will definitely check out the Discord before I hit the hay, mate. Don't worry. The Challenge Rift 500 is 50.6. Jesus. Can I even see that far ahead? No. See, I can only see to that. 59,535. And there's like no way anyone has a CR for it. See, I didn't think anyone could go higher than that, but he did G3 solo. If you find that video, stick it in the Discord for me. I'd like to see that. Would definitely like to see that. But that is it for me, guys. I will be back definitely on Sunday with a stream. We'll do a bit more chilling, a bit more chatting about what we expect coming up in the anniversary. Bit of speculation. We don't mind a bit of speculation on the streams. And I'll see how far I get with this video that I'm doing for this gem guide. What's my Discord? It is in the description. I think we've got like over 450 people now in the Discord. It's been growing every day. We get loads of people join. We're over 450 people in the Discord. You can't watch speculation. I don't like to speculate, but I do like to have just a chat of what I would like in the game. I think speculation when it comes to the game, there's a lot of that already going on, right? But I think we're going to be getting patch notes over the next, say, like 2 weeks anyway. Because I think the patch is going to be coming, what, 19th, 20th of June. So it's going to be an interesting few weeks. But yeah, anyway, guys, thanks for all tuning in. Thanks for all the follows, subs, you know, and the super chat there from Not Luca earlier on. It's always appreciated. Cheers for all the support, and we will see you on Sunday. Have a good weekend, guys.